Mana?
Welcome, sir.
Turudi nyuma, turudi.
So you are planting.
Kan ndo natembea na karibu juu.
Partnership, as you can see, we are partners.
Yes.
Started back in February this year when you met our president Ruto.
Yes.
Yes. At that time, at that very meeting, we promised to donate. Do that because this drone is ready for action, and the partnership is also built on the mutual trust. So the best two pilots, the drone pilots from PWS, will join us shortly in Poland for very intense 4 weeks training.
Headache for the poachers. It can fly with the night, 80 kilometers. You can see the footage what we were doing here in June during the night in summer.
80 kilometers.
80 kilometers for 80 minutes. And thanks to those missions, like over 20 missions we've done with the Rangers hearing they also input. We are creating the new generation of the drone, but the one on the back with the 200 kilometers of the range, but it's all based to the knowledge that we get from the Rangers, from the test here in Sabo, the very strong winds and your beautiful nature. So this is how it's landed. It's vertical takeoff and landing, fully electric, so it can be charged with the sun. It's really top-notch technology with the 3 sensor lamps and camera.
We have a drone operator.
But now with technology, we're able now to see to map up our areas just in real time and use the officer in terms of resource distribution.
Ankle very good for the rhino, and it's actually good on security position. And this one is set up to learn. That can't change. This is like you're up. You put on the tail.
Okay.
This leg is lower.
That was put on the rhinos when they was really not.
Very good. Habari zenu? How are you? Wewe.
Alipia amiri jeshi kuu wa majeshi yetu ya ulinzi Mheshimiwa Daktari William Samoei Arap Ruto. Karibu Mheshimiwa Rais, utuongoze katika sherehe hii ya kufuzu kwa mahafala hawa, ikiwa ni ya kwanza kabisa katika muda wa miaka 10. Karibu na heko kwa Mheshimiwa Rais kuomba ruhusa akague gwaride lake. Zawadi kwa askari hawa wenye wamefaulu katika mashindano mbalimbali. Mwanadada huyu Sophia Loch aliweza kujitahidi na kujikakamua zaidi kwa miondoko hii ya kiaskari na somo hilo la kwata na kuvalia mavazi vizuri ya kiaskari. Ndo manake anatwikwa taji hilo la Best in Green Lantano Women, mwanadada Sophie Aloch. Makofi kwake Sophie Aloch. Best recruit in Green Lantano Men, KWS number 12708 Nicholas Mutemi. Mheshimiwa Rais, kijana huyu Nicholas Mutemi vile vile aliweza kutia fora na bidii na akaibuka bora zaidi kwa wanaume kwenye kozi hii kwa kukuwa Best in Drill and Tunnel Pen, yani miondoko hii ya kwata na mavazi ya kiaskari. Kijana Nicholas Mutemi. Makofi kwake Nicholas. Best recruit in academics, KWS number 13242 Akram Sadiq. Sir. Mheshimiwa Rais, kijana naye huyu Akram Sadiq aliweza kutia bidii kwenye masomo aina mingi na akaweza kujizolea alama za juu, akawapiku wenzake wote, akaweza kuzawadiwa siku ya leo kwa kuwa bora zaidi kwenye akademia ama masomo. Kijana Akram Sadiq. KWS number 12593 Maxman Wilson Morioki. Mheshimiwa Rais, kijana huyu Wilson Morioki kwenye ulingo ulengaji shabaha alionyesha ukakamavu na akaweza kujizolea alama takriban 49 kwa 50, na ndo manake siku ya leo anavikwa taji la Maxman. Yani yeye ni mlengaji shabaha bora zaidi kwenye kozi hii. Kijana Wilson Morioki. Makofi kwake Maxman Wilson Morioki. Huyu ambaye ni Alfred Aswani akiwa na wafunzi wenzake waliweza kuongoza kikundi chao Squad 9 kati ya vikundi 27 na wakawapiku wenzao kwa masomo hii ya kwata na mienendo ya kiaskari. Squad number 9.
Makofi kwa squad 9. Best division incline almaarufu divisheni, ilikuwa divisheni ya kwanza, ya pili na ya tatu chini ya uongozi wa mwanadada huyo Jennifer Putunoi. Divisheni number 2 iliweza kuoneshana usafi wa hali ya juu, na ndio manake wanavikwa taji hilo la best division in cleanliness the year 2024. Division number 2. Makofi kwa division 2. Best division in sports. Division number 2 na 3 kwenye ulingo wa sporti, ambapo waliweza kujizolea alama za hali za juu, na ndio mwaka huu wanatwikwa taji la best division in sports. Division number 1. Makofi kwa division 1.
Mwendo ni wa aste aste, mwendo wa kinyonga, mwendo wa kishua. Kwa nafasi hii ningeomba kwa unyenyekevu niweze kupeana kwa mwenzangu wa zamu Corporal Reverend Eric Mwandawiro aweze kutueleza makamanda wa vikundi hivi.
Hili Warden 1 Salim Abdalla akisaidiwa na naibu wa kamanda wa garida hili Warden 2 Martin Makorani. Katika gwaride hili la leo limegawanywa katika division 3. Anayeongoza division ya kwanza ni Assistant Warden 1 Benjamin Muli. Mheshimiwa Rais, kikundi cha kwanza kinachopita mbele ya jukwaa yako kinaongozwa naye Assistant Warden 2 kamanda wa garide wa kikundi hiko akifunga nyuma. Mheshimiwa Rais, kinachopita mbele yako kwa sasa ni kikundi cha 4 kinachoongozwa na Commander Assistant Warden 2 Sidini Tuma, ambacho kinaongozwa naye Assistant Warden 3 Douglas Kamau 11, kinaongozwa naye Assistant Warden 3 kamanda wa kikundi hiko Lewis Nzoya, Sergeant Bernard Onyango, kinaongozwa naye Assistant Warden 3 Emmanuel Kiprotich.
Kama wanavyo Mheshimiwa Rais na wageni waalikwa, sasa mwendo ni wa kasi.
Mheshimiwa Rais, basi kwa mara nyingine tena wakiwa kwa mwendo wa kasi, mbele kabisa akiwa ni kamanda wa gwaride Warden 1 Salim Abdalla, akifuatiwa na naibu kamanda wa gwaride Martin Makorani, akifuatiwa na Assistant Warden 1 Benjamin Moli, kikiongoza naye Assistant Warden 3 Gerald Ng'ang'a. Wanafuatwa na mgawanyiko. Mheshimiwa Rais, sasa ni division ya pili ikiongozwa naye Assistant Warden 1 Zefania Buya, na kiongozi wa kikundi cha kwanza akiwa Assistant Warden 2 John Mutinda. Mheshimiwa Rais, inayopita mbele yako sasa ni kikundi cha 8 kikiongozwa naye Assistant Warden 2 Pamela Ranginya, Michael Karidhi. Inayopita mbele yako sasa ni kikundi cha 10 kikiongozwa naye Assistant Warden 3 Douglas Kamau, kikiwa chini ya uongozi wa Assistant Warden 3 Sami Omunyeni. Naam, anayetufungia gwaride kwa mwendo wa kasi akiwa ni Parade RSM Joel Kibe na Assistant Warden 1 Parade Adjutant Sebastian Kalama.
Ninaapa kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu ya kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu na mtumishi wa haki kwa katiba na rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya wakati wote wa utumishi wangu katika kikosi cha huduma cha wanyama wa pori. Nitatimiza wajibu wangu kama askari wa kikosi cha huduma kwa wanyama wa pori wa kulinda na kuhifadhi wanyama wa pori na kuzuia uvunjaji wa sheria. Mwenyezi Mungu nisaidie.
Mheshimiwa Rais mwenye kupeana kiapo hiki alikuwa ni Benta Musima, Advocate, Commission of Oath and Notary Public. Vile vile ni Corporation Secretary na Head of Legal Services KWS. Makuhani walioshuhudia kiapo hiki ni Father Reverend Makasiwere kutoka kanisa la Katoliki Voi. Wageni wetu gwaride hili limeletwa hapa na Parade. Assistant Warden 1 Sebastian Kalama.
Good morning, sir. Parade, present, thumbs up, and then for your command, sir.
Parade RSM. Kazi ya askari ni kazi ya kasi.
Mheshimiwa Rais
Anayeongoza gwaride hili siku hii ya leo ni kamanda wa gwaride hili Warden 1 Salim Abdalla, akisaidiwa na naibu wake. Limegawanywa katika division 3. Anayeongoza division ya kwanza ni Assistant Warden 1 Benjamin Muli. Mheshimiwa Rais, kikundi cha kwanza kinachopita mbele ya jukwaa yako kinaongozwa naye Assistant Warden 2 kamanda wa gwaride wa kikundi hiki Swaleh Abdurrahman, kinaongozwa naye mwanadada kamanda Assistant Warden 2 Jennifer Putunoi. Sajenti Mheshimiwa Rais, kinachopita mbele yako kwa sasa ni kikundi cha 4 kinachoongozwa na kamanda Assistant Warden 2 Assistant Warden 2 Jackson Salash, Sajenti Eric Elimlim akifunga nyuma, akiongoza kikosi cha 7 Sajenti Philip Suma akifunga nyuma. Kikundi cha 13 Assistant Warden 3 kamanda wa kikundi hiko Lewis Nzoya, Sajenti Bernard Onyango akifunga nyuma. Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Rais, kikundi cha 16 kwa sasa kinachopita mbele yako kinaongozwa naye Assistant Warden 3 Emmanuel akifunga nyuma. Kikundi cha mwisho, Mheshimiwa Rais, ni kikundi cha 18 kinachofunga msururu wa vikundi.
Hivi sasa vikosi hivi itapata amri ya kubadilisha mwendo.
Kamanda wa gwaride Warden 1 Salim Abdalla akifuatiwa na naibu kamanda wa gwaride Martin Makorani, kikundi 3 kikiongozwa naye Assistant Warden 2 Jennifer Putunoi, na kiongozi wa kikundi cha kwanza akiwa Assistant Warden 2 John Mutinda. Mheshimiwa, ikiongozwa naye Assistant Warden 2 Pamela Ranginya. Mheshimiwa Rais, inayopita sasa 13 akiwa ni Assistant Warden 3 Lewis Zoya. Ikiwa chini ya uongozi wa Assistant Warden 3 Emmanuel Kiprotich.
Ninaapa kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu ya kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu na mtumishi wa haki kwa katiba na rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya wakati wote wa utumishi wangu katika kikosi cha huduma cha wanyama wa pori. Nitatimiza wajibu wangu kama askari wa kikosi cha huduma kwa wanyama wa pori wa kulinda na kuhifadhi wanyama wa pori na kuzuia uvunjaji wa sheria. Nitatia sheria na amri zote nitakazopewa ambazo zinatumika sasa na zitakazofuata baadaye zinazohusu kazi yangu katika kikosi cha huduma kwa wanyama wa pori. Nitapaza kazi zangu zote za askari wa kikosi hiki kwa mujibu wa sheria iliyowekwa bila uoga, mapendeleo, shauku au nia mbaya. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu nisaidie.
Mheshimiwa
His Excellency see our president. Up, up! Up, up! Up, up!
Shangwe na heko kwa Mheshimiwa Rais kutoka kwa askari hawa.
Your Excellency, that is the end of parade. May I have your permission to march off the parade, sir? Thank you, Excellency.
Parade command, hizi ni gari tunawapea waweze kwenda kutenda ile kazi. Gari 3 za mwanzo, Mheshimiwa Rais. Hizi ni gari zinatumiwa vile tunakaa mgongo kwa mgongo, Mheshimiwa Rais. Inamaanisha kwa mwindaji haramu ukirusha risasi moja kuna 10 zinazotokea kwa kila upande wa gari hii. Tunazipenda vile zilivyo kwa sababu zinatupatia mwendo kufika sehemu mbalimbali ya hizi sehemu zetu za kazi. Tumiwa na kikosi chetu maalum capture unit. Kwa hivyo hili linaweza beba ndovu wawili takriban tani karibu 18, mmoja akiwa 9 kwa 9. Kwa hivyo tunajivunia kabisa na uwezekano wa kufanya hayo yote, Mheshimiwa Rais, ni lile pato ambalo tumepata. Kuna vile tunaweza yaunganisha karibu 4 nyuma yale mabweni tuweze kubeba zaidi. Kwa hivyo hii kazi tunaijua, tunaifahamu. Kitengo hiki hasa, Mheshimiwa Rais, kinadhumuisha madaktari wa veterinari, wao ndo Your Excellency, the first of the core values, P, professionalism. Your Excellency, 3 I's complete our core values. The first I, integrity, uadilifu. Second I, inclusivity, ujumuishaji. And the third and final core value is innovation, uvumbuzi. The second is Tsavo conservation area. Third, Southern Conservation Area. Fourth, Central Rift Conservation Area. Fifth, Mountain Conservation Area. Sixth, Eastern Conservation Area. Seventh, Northern Conservation Area. And last but not least, Western Conservation Area. Now, the commanders join the team for the last salute as they exit the stage. Nipewe makofi kwa gwaride hili la kimya kimya. Bila shaka wameleta show.
Sasa angalia vile wewe umelemewa sasa.
Your Excellency, before you stand a historic cohort of 1,274 new rangers drawn from all the 47 counties across this country, the largest single group of rangers to be recruited in the 35 years history of the Kenya Wildlife Service. Among them, Your Excellency, are young recruits who are just 18, 19, and 20 years old. And we are praying that with God's blessing, they will serve the wildlife sector and landscapes for the next 40 and 42 years. And therefore, it gives us a big privilege to mentor these youth to be responsible Kenyans and stewards of wildlife conservation over the next 40 years by the time they are coming to retirement. Your Excellency, sir, as I conclude, I would like to assure you that Kenya Wildlife Service remains stable and resolutely committed to advancing Kenya's wildlife conservation agenda. Excellency, our mission remains firm and our dedication is strong, sir. On behalf of the entire Kenya Wildlife Service family, I express our sincere appreciation for your visionary wildlife conservation and protection intervention whose impact will endure for many years to come. These interventions, Your Excellency, include the pleasant recruitment of the rangers ahead of us and the cadets that we shall be admitting in January, and your commitment further to securing more wildlife corridors and dispersal areas.
This passing out parade has the highest percentage of ladies ever in the history of Kenya's ranger recruitment. For the record, our aim is to bring on board as many young women to the wildlife conservation space as possible, given that by nature, women are born and wired to nurture and to groom. As fate would have it, at the ministry, we are already aligned to nurture Kenya's conservation efforts from the very top, seeing as it is that my principal secretary and I are ladies, and what a happy coincidence. The KWS Enforcement Academy has what it takes to become the training institute of choice for conservationists based at the county level, the Africa region, and even elsewhere in the world. Our ultimate aim is to make this a premier wildlife conservation training institute, offering what only Kenya as a conservation giant can. To occupy that slot and own it, I encourage this institute to temper its curriculum to factor in such areas of study as climate change, photography, storytelling, and so on. For now, Your Excellency, I unreservedly assure you that we shall work towards coordinating the support extended to us by development partners better in order to ensure that we make the most from what is on offer. Besides, we are keen on making sure that we maintain a healthy balance between what we do for wildlife and how we treat fellow humankind in our conservation efforts. Once again, Your Excellency, we are deeply grateful for your steadfast leadership and commitment to wildlife conservation and economic empowerment, and also to tourism. We want to assure you of our best effort, including the effort of the newly recruited rangers, as I take the opportunity to warmly welcome them to the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. Nothing makes me happier than knowing that this academy is an edifice that locals consider so much part of their ecosystem.
This day is particularly significant as the KWS marks a historic milestone in the progress of our national wildlife conservation efforts, with the passing out of 1,274 rangers, representing the first recruitment of this kind in 10 years. The exceptional young men and women before us have been carefully instructed, thoroughly trained, and are now entrusted with the noble duty of safeguarding Kenya's invaluable wildlife heritage. After 6 months of rigorous training, they stand empowered, equipped, and prepared to protect our nation's wild spaces, ecosystems, communities, and nature. These are not just men in uniform. They are our green warriors stepping up at a critical time when the need to protect and revitalize our environment has never been more urgent. Their courage, commitment, and diligence in service will significantly contribute to Kenya's efforts to safeguard its priceless wildlife heritage, while also securing the livelihoods and prosperity of millions of our citizens, those living in the proximity of our national parks and elsewhere. Our wildlife is nature's savings account, an irreplaceable fountain of life and vitality. Every act of conservation is a thoughtful deposit into this account, yielding invaluable returns such as thriving habitats, clean air, pure waters, robust ecosystems, and a flourishing tourism sector. Conversely, neglecting or destroying this natural wealth amounts to reckless withdrawals, resulting in devastating costs like vanishing forests, polluted rivers, extinct species, and contaminated air. Such a price is far too much and too steep to bear. Our wildlife economy exemplifies the harmony we strive for: sustainable collaboration and efficient consistency, coexistence that unlock vast opportunities for communities living alongside nature. In this space, ecotourism ventures create jobs and boost local business, while carbon credit trading and programs provide direct financial benefits to those engaged in ecological stewardship. Community conservancies have transformed livelihoods by generating both direct and indirect income streams from grassroots levels, from villages, all the way to our national platform. Consider the example of Kalama Conservancy in Samburu County, where Saruni Lodge generates nearly Kenya shillings 1 billion annually through tourism revenue and employment opportunities in that ecosystem. Similarly, the Serolobi Conservancy, home to northern Kenya's only community rhino sanctuary, attracts thousands of visitors each year, fostering economic growth and conservation pride. In Taita Taveta County, Kambanga Ranch has implemented predator-proof bomas to harmonize livestock farming with wildlife conservation, reducing losses and fostering coexistence. Likewise, the Chulu Red project, with 65% of its area within Chulu National Park, exemplifies the broader benefits of conservation. Since 2019, it has created 450 jobs, 80% of which are for wildlife rangers, provided daily school meals to 35,000 children across 94 primary schools, and awarded nearly 4,000 scholarships across Rombo, Kuku, and Birikani group ranches in Kajiado County. These examples remind us that wildlife conservation is not just about preservation. It is a dynamic resource that transforms lives, uplifts families, and strengthens communities. By investing in conservation and equitably sharing its benefits, we are building a future where both nature and humanity can thrive together. The Government of Kenya is firmly committed to addressing human-wildlife coexistence and mitigating the climate change impacts that exacerbate conflict. We have invested in projects aimed at providing water for wildlife in protected and conservation areas, mitigating dehydration during droughts, and reducing human-wildlife conflicts caused by animals seeking water in settled areas. For the first time, the Government of Kenya is directly supporting community conservancies with infrastructure projects such as roads and water supplies for communities, livestock, and wildlife. Additionally, I have spearheaded a nationwide fencing program, starting with Lariak Forest in Laikipia County. In Taita Taveta County, we commissioned key fencing projects, including the Rombo Ziwani fence spanning 42 kilometers, the Bura Kasigao fence covering 25 kilometers, and the Kasigao Izera Risinga fence extending 38 kilometers. The building of this fence and all the efforts that we are making to address human-wildlife coexistence, the Government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, disbursed Kenya shillings 908 million in financial year 2022-2023 during an event in Voi, Taita Taveta County. Last year, the 2023-2024, I officiated the release of Kenya shillings 950 million in Rumuruti, Laikipia County. This financial year, 2024-2025, Kenya shillings 1.1 billion is already being disbursed. To enhance efficiency, we have introduced a digital fund administration system for the timely compensation of human-wildlife conflict victims. This innovation, aligned with our Better Agenda, leverages the digital superhighway to significantly advance human-wildlife conflict initiatives. Our steadfast commitment to anti-poaching efforts has yielded remarkable success, breathing new life into species once on the brink of extinction. In 2020, Kenya recorded 0 rhino poaching cases, a landmark achievement after years of battling corrupt and vicious criminal syndicates. Today, Kenya proudly boasts of Africa's 3rd largest rhino population, with 2,004 rhinos, and the fourth largest elephant population with 37,000 elephants. These figures are not just statistics. They are a testament to hope, hard work, and the collective action in safeguarding our natural heritage. KWS deserves our collective appreciation for fighting tirelessly for our wildlife heritage. I commend KWS for achieving another commendable milestone, mobilizing sufficient revenue to finance 87% of its overall corporate budget through internally generated funds, thanks to the consistent improvement in efficiency and transparency. Without a doubt, this progress is remarkable, and I urge the Kenya Wildlife Service Board and management to build on this achievement and with the same focus and dedication, intensify their efforts to achieve full financial self-sustainability within the next 2 years, thereby eliminating reliance on exchequer support. Partnerships will be crucial on this journey. Within the existing legal framework, KWS should establish robust public-private partnerships to attract investment in infrastructure development, create sustainable and competitive tourism products, and enhance park capacity. I also commend that this graduation ceremony is a graduation ceremony of great significance. We are hiring KWS Rangers, an exercise that has not happened in 10 years. And it is because we recognize the importance of our wildlife and the need for human capital to manage this resource. Number two, the hiring of 1,774 staff is the highest in the history of Kenya Wildlife Service. Again, reflecting our commitment to conservation and to making sure that the assets that we have in our natural heritage are safeguarded, they are managed for the generation that exists, and to make sure that they are protected for future generations as well. Thirdly, outside here, we have the largest contingent of vehicles that will be used by the hiring of 1,774 staff is the highest in the history of Kenya Wildlife Service. Again, reflecting our commitment to conservation and to making sure that the assets that we have in our natural heritage are safeguarded, they are managed for the generation that exists, and to make sure that they are protected for future generations as well. Outside here, we have the largest contingent of vehicles that will be used by Kenya Wildlife Service. We have 98 vehicles that will be used by these young men and women to protect our wildlife assets and to manage our conservation spaces. Again, that is a testament to our commitment to building KWS as an institution that is going to support the wildlife sector and our national parks and game reserves. This graduation ceremony is a graduation ceremony of great significance. We are hiring KWS Rangers, an exercise that has not happened in 10 years. And it is because we recognize the importance of our wildlife and the need for human capital to manage this resource. Nyinyi kama vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya, na wauliza, musikubali mtu awashawishi kudharau nchi yenu. Nchi ya Kenya ni nchi yenu na hatuna nchi nyingine. Nchi ya Kenya ni mali yetu na ni haki yetu, na sisi inatulazimu sisi tutetee na kulinda taifa letu la Kenya. Hakuna mtu atapenda taifa hii tusipopenda taifa letu la Kenya. We must, as the people of Kenya, know first and foremost that as patriotic Kenyans, we must stand up for Kenya. We must defend our country. We must never allow negative elements to scorn our country, to demean our country, to spread negative messages about our country. Kenya is first and foremost our home, and we must defend this country together. And I'm asking the young people of our nation to understand you can never despise your motherland. We must always stand up for Kenya. And that is why I am very proud that we have patriotic citizens, men and women trained, ready, full of energy to patriotically defend our country and our heritage in our national parks. You have my support, you have the support of the government of Kenya in making sure that you deliver on your mandate. And we will make every resource, every equipment, and every capability available to you so that you can discharge your responsibility, defend our heritage, and work for the country that we all love, our nation, Kenya.